What is up, everybody? We are on Feed the Beast Infinity. So today we've got a few things planned, but I have been busy gathering resources and just doing a few little, well, we'll say a little bit boring and a little bit of fun. So let's quickly jump back in our mode. So, as I was saying on the previous episode, we want to get a Squid Form on the go. So what I've done is oh, that's one of the new things. I've added this path in here as going along, and we have the enchantment table all set up. I went and raided the library in the end to get that completed. So, this is my Squid Form. Now, it's not really complicated. All it is, and as you can see, it's some squids are sitting in there, which is awesome. So, when you basically get off the camera, out of the radius and things like that, out of the view, don't know why I said camera, but out of the view, squid will spawn in this lovely, lovely chamber of water. And what happens is, they'll swim. So, I've put signs around the top, and I've got some signs going down, so we keep one block away from the sides. Now the one block away from the sides allows them to basically come in and swim straight up the side, and they'll fall to the death down below. We have added all the conveyor belts to push them along, because once they're drowned and they don't have any oxygen, they die, and the ink is deposited. And I've just got an iron chest down there with a vacuum hopper, and it just sucks them in and gets in. So I haven't actually checked to see how much ink we've got, but we need a lot of the ink for the mistcraft anyways. And all I've done is put an elevator block, boom, straight down, bit of glass so you can see what's going on. And as you can see, there we go. So that took quite a few hours to get going, and that is all nicely set up. So we've got nearly 2 stacks, which isn't too bad at all. So it's slow, it's not too bad. And what we're hoping for eventually, when we go down the draconic route, is to be able to get a mob soul. Now if we can get a squid soul, we can spawn them in as well. We can get rid of all that water and all that complicated stuff. We can get rid of it. So what I kind of want to do today is I want to head over to the Nether, and I want to do some work. I want to set up a spawner. Now I've got a theory. When I was out on my journeys, I came across a skeleton spawner, so I picked it up with a dolly, and I thought, if we took a skeleton spawner to the Nether, would it spawn Nether skeletons? Well, wither skeletons. Don't know where I got Nether skeletons from. Would it spawn wither skeletons? So that's the theory I want to test out. So I've got a little area which I've dug out next to the portal. Just a small area, nothing too complex. And I want to kind of get this going and see if we can basically spawn them in and get some going, kill them off, and see where we go. Now, I am going to be using conveyor belts, and I've done a little bit of reading actually. And before we get going, I need to quickly pop back to the base. I hear are plastic boots. If you wear plastic boots, which are really, really easy to make, you could stand on the conveyor belts and not get pushed by them, which will be freaking awesome. And the only thing I've done up here, I basically made a QED. Now, they weren't too complicated to make. And we've got the Ender Flux crystals. Haven't had a use of this yet, but I know it is required for some of the recipes. And I basically made a pulverizer, but I haven't got all that set up yet. And this machine is fantastic. This is the Slice and Splice. Now, this is Ender IO. Let's quickly pull up the recipe for this. Slice and Splice. So, slice. There it is. So, basically, you've got to get some solarium. Solarium, that's the one. A mob head. Iron. Like, basically an iron axe. Iron shears. And machine chassis. And that makes it. So, it's not too complicated to make. And the solarium, well, that is made basically soul sand, gold. Gives you a solarium bore. And obviously, you put the solarium bores together. Like so. And you get blocks. So, it took a little bit to get going. But we did eventually get it going. Now, what these are used for, I believe, I haven't used it yet, but in Ender IO, let's just pull up the mod. When I was looking through it, is it Ender IO? I'm sure it's Ender IO. Yeah. Is it that one? Have I just went past it? I'm sure I've just seen it. I'm probably losing my mind. Am I losing my mind? Yeah, there it is. Powered spawner. Now, I'm not too sure, but that one says Enderman. But powered spawner there, empty. So, basically, you put these together, but you needed it to make the C logic. So, That's basically 2 Solarium, Silicon, which is Ender IO, which basically, just boom, it's easy enough. And we'll be able to make one of them, put a mob in it. But I'm not too sure how it's used yet, because I know when I was doing a little bit of looking into that as well, it's I think it's 500,000 RF it requires. So, we need to work on the power. I'm going to do a lot of the power off camera, to be fair. Just kind of tidy things up. And I want to go down applied energistics as well, get rid of this horrible, horrible system where I've got to go through 10 million chests just to kind of find the item I want. So we need to move away from that as quick as possible as well. But what I'm kind of focused on at the moment is, there's the plastic boots. Let's just take them out, put them on. Now we run really slow with them on, but we're meant to be able to stand on conveyor belts. So if that is the case, everyone's happy. So let's go back anyways. Let's get the spawner set up. Let's test this. So I've got everything else I require, really, to basically make this spawner. Okay, so this is just going to be a basic, really, really basic setup. Nothing too complicated. I'm just going to put some conveyor belts down at the bottom. And basically, that's just going to push the mobs towards us. And that is as complicated as it gets, to be fair. So, I brought them with us. I got some iron spikes as well, because the iron spikes are going to be in this... Well, I'll pretty much use iron spikes for every farm we've got now, because it's less lag. And it works really well, so what do we want in relation to blocks? Let's just get some detailed cobble for now. I did run out, that's why I was originally coming back for. Why won't you... Yeah. There we go. Let's just... Don't box with cells in, because we do need to get out. And we're not going to put the spikes in yet. Oh, let's just... Why not? Let's just put a layer down in here as well. Because we're going to want to put the spikes in last, because the conveyor belts will just push us straight into them. And that's not going to be good, because we'll not be able to get out. And we will die. Oh, no. Too late. Oh, that could have been bad. So the Nether ores actually explode now. And they've been doing it for a while. And I'm not too sure which pack that actually comes from. But it definitely makes you panic. Every time it goes off and you hear it... You know, you gotta run for cover. Right, so we've got a little room set up anyhow. It's a big enough room. It doesn't need to be any bigger in this, really, to be fair. Let's just get this one back, and let's just move this. Let's just move it back here, friends. Right, so they're gonna need... I want to put it right here. The skeleton spawner. Now we're gonna get the lag from that. Actually, to be fair, yeah, let's. Do we want to put it in yet? No, we don't want to put that in. Actually, we'll put that in last. So let's just drop that back in there a second. Let's get out with conveyor belts. Let's test this theory of putting these down. With us being able to move. I want to be able to build these walls up as well. Just add a little bit of detail. Because after all, it doesn't need to be too fancy. If it does its job, that's what all that counts. We just need to kill things, really, to be fair. Right, let's just brick these in. Right, we need some more cobble. We're gonna need a lot of cobble, actually. Let's just get more out of inventory. Yep, let's get some detail going. Oh, was it detailed or was it the other one? Let's have a look. Yeah, that one. Right, so let's get these. Are these different? That is different. Who cares? Let's just throw these in here. Like this, so. And we'll bang them in there as well. I don't know why it does that. It's got that weird glitch where you go and try to place it, And if it's not what it likes, it kind of just doesn't place, maybe? I don't know. Might be like a weird glitch. I'm not too sure. It might be a bug in 1.7.10 itself. Kind of not recognizing the block because it's a chisel block. It's kind of like... That's not Minecraft, can he? Right, so can we walk on this now? Oh, we can. That's awesome. Let's just pop you off. Oh yeah, it goes the way, it's gonna go the way we're facing, isn't it? You know what? I don't think we're gonna have enough. Somehow. We might have to go back and get some more. Yep, we're gonna have to go and get back some more, right? So don't go anywhere, bear it back. I'll quickly go and get them placed. Okay, so that's all the conveyor belts down. We've got this little platform going on at the moment. And that is just so we can come in and place down the spawner. So, let's get the spawner out, because we're going to have to break these blocks off anyhow. But we don't want them... Yeah, there we go. I could see a wither skeleton there. That's not good. Right, we're going to have to act fast here. Quickly just take these out. Because they'll start spawning in a minute. No torches and stuff. So... I want to get out of this the hole quick as possible. Let's get our spikes out. Let's do this. Oh, I jumped in. And I got a fright there. I got a fright. Oh, they come out. This isn't good. Okay, so we've got a... Well, I wouldn't say successful because I just got my ass hit. We need to block that off quick. Because they're coming out of there extremely fast. Okay, so we got any stone? Let's get one of you. Right, let's just put you there. Damn it, we got them in the wrong way as well. Oh, we fell into the fire as well. Things are going terribly wrong. Quickly get out of this mess. Right, so. Whew. Kind of panicked. Kind of panicked. Right. So we'll figure that out in a minute. Now let's just kill these. Can we hit these? Yeah, so we can hit them. But we can't get the items is the problem. So we're gonna have to figure out a way of being able to get the items once they drop. And that the solution to that might be kind of leaving the bottom open. Let's see if they... Can they get out? Actually, they can't get out. They do die off the iron as well. Because all we need is the wither skeleton. Like skulls, basically. Then we can get the wither boss itself. So let's just block this back off. So they are dying reasonably well. And sooner or later, they should drop a skull. Maybe if we got a chest, put a chest in the middle and put two hoppers on each side. Maybe that would work, but the only problem is you're gonna get all the things from the skeletons itself, such as swords. I don't particularly want the swords, I just want the heads in general, really. And what we could do is to speed things up as well. We could actually make a cleaver. And if we get a cleaver, we can kill him. And that allows beheading as well. What are you doing, Mr. Wither? You're just kind of hanging out there. There's one. Yes, we've got one. So far, so good. So we've got one. So it's a slow process, but what we could do is we could AFK here. Just basically stand here and just farm him, really. And the only problem is him. And the reason he's a problem is because he's getting pushed and that's not high enough. So he's going to be kind of stuck there all the time. So we might have to look into that and get that fixed. for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close it off for now. And I'm going to do a little bit more modification on here. And get it all finished up. So, I will see you when we get back. So, don't go anywhere. Okay, so we're going to hang our tools up. Too fancy. Let's put this here, because we're only going to need the sword. And we've deposited everything using our ender pouch. So, we are pretty much okay. There we go. Sorted. Right, so let's go back to the Nether. I'll show you what I've done. I've changed out the iron spikes as well. Took them out. They're basically just one-shot killing them. And you weren't going to really benefit from any XP from that as well. So and I don't know if that affects the rate on the heads. On the wither heads. And that's the main goal. We need to get the wither heads. So put a little pathway there and stuff. So not fancy. Nothing fancy at all. It's rather late as well. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. So this is what we have. So what we've done is we changed these to wooden spikes so they actually stay there. So we should now just be able to come along and just boom. Hit him. We'll put a diamond chest down there. Give it a little bit extra storage because we're all going to collect a lot of, well, pretty pointless items such as stone swords and things like that, which we're not really too bothered about. And we have the vacuum hoppers because they're relatively cheap now. So just take a bit of obsidian, a hopper. I have the ender. Now, expensive really to be fair, considering we've got an ender farm as well. So, as there, skeleton skull. So, we are getting skulls. So it seems to be you've got to kind of kill them to be able to get the heads to drop. I think that's how it works. So it works pretty well. Like I had to raise it up as well because I noticed they were spawning into the walls, which wasn't good because it was actually killing them. So let's quickly knock this block out using our wonderful carrot because we deposited. I think, and as you can see, it's just there. Just pushed everything up. Nothing fancy. It does its purpose, and that's what we wanted really at the end. Where did that go to? We seem to have lost that block actually. Quickly kill him. He's actually standing on top. He's going to drop down. We're going to have to kill him this way. Where did that block go to? Took the block out. The block just went kaboof. Oh, it's because we used the carrot, so we lost the block. Damn it. I didn't think that one through, did I? So, there you have it. Let's just take this out. Can we... Typical. So we've got no way whatsoever getting a block at the moment. Let's just quickly take these. I always rely on ash. Can we use it this way? Yeah. So we'll just use an ash block for now. Just to kind of plug that hole up. Because they're all going to just start running out. So, I wonder, does that allow you to open the chest? No, it doesn't. There you go, have some ash. So the vacuums are getting them. And that's all done. So, we're pretty much good. So, we're going to actually call it a night. Not because I'm rather tired now. So all we're going to do is basically come here, AFK, they're going to fall, boom, 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 boom. And hopefully we'll be able to get enough skulls. Should be able to hit them actually with the cutlass, just one shot. Should be able to get enough wither skulls to basically summon. Oh, there, mob soul. So now, using Draconic Evolution, we can stabilize a spawner for a skeleton again as well. So they drop one in... it's one every 1,000 mobs. They're pretty rare. Between 1 and 1,000, they can drop a mob soul. So, eventually, you never know, we might be able to get a wither skeleton. But there, and once we get one of them, we can make this a bit more efficient, and it'll be pretty awesome. So, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It is rather late, like I said, and I'm quite tired. So, I think on the next episode, what we're going to focus on is probably getting a jetpack going. Go to there and get some more Draconic ore, because I have been getting a bit of Draconic ore, but it takes a while. It takes a while to get that stuff. And we need to kind of have the ability to fly, because what we need to do is we need to find a comet in the end. And he's kind of glitched out, isn't he? Look at him. Yep, he's glitched out. So, there you go. Thank you very much for watching once again. And until next time, stay safe. See you all later.
Begins again.